Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, Wagwan me generals. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're feeling well. I hope you're looking good, feeling good, because we've got another jam-packed Summer of Love pick a card reading for you today. Yes, darling. Yes, honey. Today's today's reading, we are looking at the question, which is loosely based on the dating show, okay? A date with my ex, okay? Or dating with my ex, okay? And the question is, what do they tell their friends about you? Okay, so I hope you've got a nice beverage or a cup of tea because we are gonna get into it.
Guarantee. T-Sippers, guarantee. T-Sippers, guarantee. Welcome, welcome, welcome T-Sippers, yeah.
I hope you've got a nice cup of tea or a beverage ready. I've got some coffee and I've got some water. So let us know what you are sipping on. Okay, put it in the comments down below. Okay, and even if you're watching the playback, okay, put it in the comments down below. Let us know what's going on. All right, so we have pile one, pile two, and pile three. Okay, go to that number that's calling you. Okay, have that number focused in mind. And if you don't have a number, don't worry, just go through all of the reads and gather those juicy intuitive gems. All right, so we like to bring in good energy, okay? And in Jamaican culture, when we emphasize on something being good, something being sweet, or just for that dramatic effect, we like to emphasize and say something is really good, okay? So we're gonna bring in some good energy into the reads, okay? Let's get into it. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, guardian angels. Thank you, ancestors, for the messages we're about to receive today. May these messages resonate with the collective so they can use these messages to strengthen their intuition and use their discernment every time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we got pile one, pile two, and pile three. Okay, go to that number that's calling you, and I will see you on the other side. Wagwan. Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, Wagwan regeneral. So we have pile one, okay, and we are looking into the question, what do they tell their friends about you? Okay, so I hope you've got a nice cup of tea or a beverage or some snacks ready as we gather the intuitive, juicy gems, okay? And do have a look at the previous Summer of Love pick a card readings, as well as the other pick a card readings, the person on your mind readings, collective readings, all sign readings available at Wagwan Tarot and Tea. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Click on that notification bell so you don't miss a beat round here. Okay? And let's get into it. All right. So Wagwan just simply means in Jamaican patois, what's going on? And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be looking into what do they tell their friends about you. Let's get into it. So, what do they tell others about you? What do they tell their friends about you? Okay. So we've got the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Okay, so I'm already getting this message of, they could be telling others that you are a very wholesome person. Okay, very wholesome person. I feel like they can see, like with the Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups can represent that energy of like wholesomeness, you being secure in yourself emotionally, your self love, all of those things, okay? Just think of all that, having that energy. And I feel like this could be something they're recognizing now, and they're telling others about, they're telling their friends about you, okay? So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I feel like the King of Pentacles in reverse is them realizing, perhaps, I feel like maybe some of you could be separated, or this could be someone from your, like it could be a recent ex, because we are looking loosely on the show a date with my ex, okay? So I feel like this person feels like they've lost like a gem. They've lost the weight. They've lost the weight in gold. That's what I'm the message I'm getting, because with the tower, okay, being here, okay, this is giving the energy of that, okay, there has been some arguments, some disagreements, fallout, like a scene of two different opinions, or like not seeing things on the same wavelength, and this could have then added on to this situation. There could be possibly like a soulmate twin flame situation going on here, okay? And I feel like with the Seven of Cups being here, it's created a lot of energy of contemplation, looking at options, looking at how can we resolve this. And I feel like they could be also trying to talk to others to gain advice on what their next steps could be, how they can come, how they can come towards you, what could be the best step to try and win you over, okay? But I feel like also the Seven of Cups, perhaps this person could have also, for some of you, they may have been this person could have had something to, like, I feel like they may have struggled with concentration, focus, perhaps also like saying they're going to do something but they're not always following through. Sometimes needing somebody to kind of carry them in some ways, and I feel like it's like they need to take that opportunity. They need to essentially kind of stop having others be their crutch and then get on with what they say they're going to do. Okay, and I feel like this could be something you recognize, and perhaps as well, it just be the energy of like you want not wanting to be this person's keeper. This is what I'm getting, not to be this person's keeper, for them to kind of take action, because we've got, look, the Knight of Cups, and I feel like with the Knight of Cups being here, it's like this person recognizes, the gems that they had it with you. They recognize it, and I feel like they're now wanting to. I feel like it's like getting that confidence to come forward. But I feel like what they're telling others is like, I feel like they are taking accountability, but I feel like there is some work that they need to do, specifically with this energy here, okay? And there could be some energy around money. It could be, I feel like it could be like situated around goals, ambitions, intent, okay? Perhaps one person's doing this and and then you might feel like, yeah, we're a team, and then later down the line realize that you're working away from each other, separately from each other. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at a Jamaican proverb. Let's have a look and see what the Jamaican proverb wants to let us know as a collective who chose. So for the collective who chose pile one, what do you need to know? Let's have a look. With the Jamaican proverbs, they're a divination tool in itself. It's like words of wisdom that ancestors that would have been passed down from, I would say, from predominantly from our African ancestors, and would have been carried on to our like current Caribbean relatives, and it will be passed on. It's almost like part of ancestral storytelling, okay? All right. So we have look at this one. Every best friend has a best friend. Every best friend have a best friend. So be mindful that friendships and discussions with others. So what do they tell their friends about you? And perhaps I feel like this is giving us some additional message that there could have been a problem with perhaps sharing with others but not communicating that. Okay, so we're going to now clarify as well, see what was going on, because as we go back, okay, we're going to rewind a bit to the Seven of Cups. And we said this could be this contemplation energy, this lack of focus, lack of like distraction, maybe holding on to somebody as a crutch. I feel like there could have been more like a situation going on with this. Perhaps this person wasn't being always truthful, wasn't always being honest, and spending more time maybe with others and not. Because we've got the King of Pentacles here in the reverse position, and the King of Pentacles upright represents somebody who knows what they're doing when it comes to like their finances, when it comes to like setting something in stone, seeking stability, seeking like that grounding energy. So, and having that kind of long foresight. However, when it's in the reverse, this is someone who's this is look at this, what's going on with the Seven of Cups here. This is someone who's not got it all together. Like they're just the moves that they're making is not adding up. The moves that they're making are not adding up. Okay, and I feel like this is what caused the Tower. Okay, there was some kind of like intervention now where it's like, okay, you've had so many chances to try and get yourself together, and you're still, and I feel like this person kept saying, yeah, I'm gonna keep, but it was like words, just words, but no action with those words that then led to this Tower, because it's like eventually, there's another Jamaican Jamaican proverbs coming to mind, is like someone having a long rope, or a long giving them the chance to say, okay, well, let's see how they'll continue, let's see how they'll see if they'll change, give them that time, give them that breathing space. But the more breathing space, the more time, it's like they were still doing the same things, still doing the same things. So I feel like this person recognizes that they were doing that, and I feel like that could also have been part of their way of trying to make everything appear like they've got everything together. So it's like they could maybe look or appear, like a king. Like, this is what I'm kind of getting. But really, with this energy, that maybe they were on the night level trying to pose, like they've got everything together. Okay. But I feel like this person's as well intuition could be all over the place. That again, they may kind of heavily rely on others, or rely on others' validation to then help them to make a decision, rather than using their discernment and using their intuition. Because I feel like even this message I'm getting here, we're going to clarify it. I feel like perhaps some of the friends that they may not have their best interests at heart. Okay, so we're gonna have a look and see what wants to come out. Let's have a look. We'll start with the romance oracle. Actually, let's start with the romance, and then we'll move on to the tarot. So let's have a look. For the collective who chose pile one, what do they need to know regarding this person? Why is this Jamaican proverb here that every best friend has a best friend? Every best friend has a best friend. Why is this here? Why is this here? Okay, let's have a look. So we have calling on your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out. Okay, codependency. You see what we said earlier about this person maybe holding on like as a crutch? Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So there could be some kind of maybe substance. It could be even just the addiction of like saying that they're going to do something but get stuck in this almost like an imposter syndrome energy and may struggle to, I feel like it's more like struggle to believe in themselves, or even having the like the drive, the ambition, but not following things through. Again, you know, as we said earlier about the King of Pentacles having long foresight, this person not having the long foresight, you know, and we can tell with this energy of the Seven of Cups, it's like, it's like the way I look at the Seven of Cups, it's like going to a candy store, okay? Going to a candy store or going to an ice cream store, and there is so many options to choose from, so many options to choose from, that you can get so overwhelmed because you're thinking, where do I go? What do I try? Where do I look? And then you also have others trying to persuade you, or convince you should try this flavor. And I feel like this person's stuck in this energy, okay? But I feel like they do come to the realization. They do come to that realization. And I feel like this is what they tell others. Okay, what they tell their friends about you is that they recognize that, and that you was, you were good for them. Okay. But I feel like they hope that maybe there might be a chance to make amends one day. Okay. I'm gonna have to pull out one more. But again, it's always about trusting your intuition and using your discernment every time. Every time. All right, let's see. Look at this. Forgiving. Forgiving and learning. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So I feel like this is an opportunity to heal, to learn. Okay. And this finger is trying to pull, so we're going to have a look. We call it the intuitive finger. Look at this. So it's definitely somebody from the past. It may not apply for all of you, but as we are looking at a date with my ex, this question is loosely themed around that show. Okay, we have the past life relationship, so you have known each other before. So this is definitely someone that you've had some kind of past relationship, okay, or connection, okay. And I feel like this is somebody who's reflecting, looking back, okay, at their actions, and where they are now. And there's still, I feel like there's even now, it could be like, I feel like this could be, you might not even, it could be even somebody that you're no longer together with, but they're still drawn to you. Now, I feel like intuitively you will know who this person is. I feel like you will have a strong, like intuitive energy on who this person could be. Okay, so we are now going to clarify with the tarot regarding the Jamaican proverb. So let's have a look and see what the tarot wants to tell us. Okay, regarding every best friend has a best friend. Why is this here? To be mindful that friendships and discussions with others for this person. What do they tell their friends about you? Why is this here? Why is this here? Ooh, okay. 1 second, it fell on the floor. There's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of flyaways. Look at this, the King of Wands. The King of Wands. So I feel like the King of Wands being here is telling me it could also be the type of friends. Again, we go back, rewind. Okay, I feel like the King of Wands is kind of giving me this energy that they might be around friends. Now, as we go back to that Seven of Cups energy, and we said it, using that analogy of like someone being in a candy store, being in a sweet store. I feel like some of their peers may still be in this energy of, why settle down? Come on, there's plenty fish in the sea, okay? Plenty fish in the sea. So many flavors to try from, okay? And I feel like this could have been, again, If someone is not secure in their own thoughts and how they feel and their intuition and this their own this use of this discernment, they can be swayed by perhaps advice that is not really good advice. Okay. Okay. And I feel like there's a strong energy of this going on where this person was kind of like maybe looking to see if they can give them some advice, because again, it could have been this kind of codependency of heavily relying on others. Then instead of recognizing, if they just take that time to trust their own decisions, they will come to that realization, who they wanted was you all along. Because look, we got this energy calling on the soul, calling on your soulmate. Your prayers, your affirmations, your visualizations help bring you together. So there is a heavy focus on that. However, there is a lack of confidence, energy in believing that they can do that, not having that long foresight. Okay, and then seeking advice on what they should do from someone who may still be like, well, you're young, go and saw your I'm getting a message from, if anyone's watched Coming to America, when Prince Hakeem was speaking to his dad about marriage and wanting to find his wife, and the dad was kind of still saying, well, you're still young, he was like, why don't you just, if you go to America if you're going to America to just find your wife, why don't you just use that as an opportunity to sow your roll oats? Okay, that's the message I'm getting. To sow to sow your roll oats rather than seeking a wife there. Why don't so it was like, if you listen, it was like the advice that he was getting from his father at the time. It was very kind of, I would say the advice was kind of a bit like, okay. But at that time, it was for Prince Hakeem, okay, to, and this is coming to America by Eddie Murphy, by the way, to then come to his own, into trusting his own intuition and using his own discernment to say, no, this is what I want. Okay, I'm not gonna get swayed by the options or the different types of, perhaps let's say the different types of flavors of ice cream that I can get in the shop, when I know I just want this one. Okay. And I feel like this person in your mind, this person who is coming through heavily in this reading, I feel like they have come to that realization of they need to trust themselves. They need to trust themselves. But I feel like there could have also been some discussions as well about their friends and the type of people that they hang around or they invest time in. And I feel like could have been some kind of disconnection between you and them as well. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what's at the front. Because look, yes, we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups here. And let's see what's at the back. The Emperor. The Emperor. So I feel like this is the energy of like, the message I'm getting. If this is what you want, the Ten of Cups represents that wholesome. Look at what we have. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. Okay, is what comes before the Ten of Cups. So the Nine of Cups, if we say the Nine of Cups is all about that self-love energy, you've got to tap into this first before this comes, the Ten of Cups, because the idea is that you bring your Nine of Cups, okay, and the other person brings their Nine of Cups, and then you then bring a wholesome Ten of Cups, okay, because you're bringing yourself into this union where you have, yes, you've gone through your trials and tribulations, you've had to work hard, you've had to be resilient, okay, and overcome you maybe this energy that may have tried to sway you away, and learning how to trust yourself, really go for what it is that you want in life, really taking that, like, every opportunity to grow, to heal, to learn, okay? And this is what allows you to then get you your 10 of cups, to get that kind of sense of, fulfillment, achievement. Okay. And this is the energy of, as I like to say, the daddy of all daddies when it comes to the emperor. Okay. This energy of like, you know what you want, you're secure in yourself. But if you're then hanging around, and I feel like this is a strong energy of hanging around someone who is like a king of wands, who is still, enjoying the opportunity of trying new things and things like that. The advice that you're going to get is not going to then lead you, to the king, to the 10 of cups. Look, what's that? Look what's going on. Behind that is the 8 of wands in reverse. So the advice can only take you so far. Is then for this person on your mind, they have to then take that leap to then say, you know what, I'm gonna go with what my heart wants, what I want, what I truly want, and not get caught up in thinking that I need to always maybe run through things when it comes to how I feel about, and we're gonna call you Jane, how I feel about Jane. They have to know what they want. And I feel like this could have been some discussions that you may have had with this person as well, saying they have to know. It can't be always a case of you trying to like, I feel like maybe put your 50 on the table and say, well, when are you going to bring your 50? you know I feel like it's created this energy. Now again, we're loosely, this read is loosely focused on the date. There's a dating show called A Date with My Ex, and it's like an opportunity for both exes to kind of put their points across, to share what they think had happened and what went well and what wasn't working. Okay. And I feel like this person wants to come forward and say what they've been doing, you know, taking what they may have been doing to work on themselves, okay, as well as being mindful of, like, I feel like being mindful of who they have around them, okay. And there's an important thing as well. When you want to grow, when you want to kind of ascend to a level where you're saying, right, I'm taking myself to mature, to grow. You've got to put yourself in that alignment. You've got to make opportunities happen for yourself, opportunities to forgive, opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow. And I feel like this person is recognizing that, okay, and recognizing that if they stay in this energy of always looking at, oh, being like someone stuck in a candy shop and being so overwhelmed, or in an ice cream store, okay, they're always going to stay in this overwhelmed energy, and they have to trust their self and trust their own thought process, trust their own intuition, trust their own discernment, okay, and not get caught up in this strong feeling of overwhelming and not knowing what to do, not having that long foresight, okay, like the King of Pentacles upright, okay. All right, so, ooh la la, ooh la la. Okay, we're going to have a look in now and to see what this person, okay, may have been getting up to, okay, using these self-care cards, so oracle cards. We're going to just have a look and see what wants to come out regarding this person on your mind, okay, and what do they tell their friends about you. But we're going to look and see what have they been doing, because we see that there's a strong energy of want to forgive and to learn, okay. So what is it, what have they been up to, okay, what have they been up to? It could also be things that they may have said to you. Perhaps there's maybe been some recent communication. Let's see. Okay, so we have aromatherapy. So it looks like, they could have been getting up to this. I feel like it could also be something you could be doing too, but it could be something that they're taking opportunities to get themselves more into this 9 of Cups energy, okay, being more secure in themselves. Let's have a look and see what else. Ooh, Okay, so we have dream journal. So perhaps this person has a lot of thoughts. Okay, late night thoughts, dreams of you, drinking tea. Okay, drinking tea. Ooh, okay. So we have this. Okay, so perhaps they may have gone up. Because we do have the Seven of Cups here. Okay, so we do have the Seven of Cups here. It could also be just, I feel like it could also just be them thinking about you. Okay. All right. So I do have another deck that I'm creating. It's like just got some late night thoughts and things like that. Now it's not fully, it's not completed yet, but I thought, feel drawn to just pull out one and see what comes out from this deck that is kind of, well, 25% done. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, what wants to come out? Okay, look at that. Hey, their laughter echoes in my mind, and I long to hear it again in the quiet of the night. So they are thinking heavily about you. They're thinking heavily about you. They're thinking heavily about you. Well, I see why I was drawn to this, even though it's not fully done, but I wanted to just pull it out and see what wanted to come out for the collective. Let's have a look. Their confidence. Their confidence shines through every outfit they wear, making me admire them even more. Ooh, wait. Okay. So this person does have a lot of, there's a lot of energy here, and they still have feelings. They still have feelings. I see they have a lot of regrets, but I feel like they know that they need to work on themselves, becoming more secure, more confident in themselves, and confident in their own decision making and not letting others sway them. Okay, like it's good to like get advice, yes, but also then you pile that advice and then you make your own judgments, okay, rather than just going with what this person may be saying. Okay, and I feel like they are taking that, I feel like they are accepting that, but I feel like also perhaps things or conversations you've had with them, I feel like they are also now, as we say, sometimes even like when the tarot arena, okay, tarot oracles, read proverbs, it may not resonate when you first gather the information, and then later down the line, it's like your intuition takes you there to go, look, now this is, do you see now why this is making sense to you now? This is what's happening with this person, okay? And especially with the tower being here, it's like things are coming. Things are coming. It could be even also maybe perhaps some of the friends that they have around them, they're also seeing them for what they are. There could have been some jealousy. Not, as we said earlier, not always having their best interests. Okay, and perhaps sometimes you can see it when they're on the up, everything's good. When they're on there or down, or something may not be going, or they might be feeling some kind of overwhelmed. It's like, okay, well, we'll see you on another day. Yeah. So I find myself daydreaming about the way their fingers delicately trace the patterns on my back. So look, we did have this card earlier. So there's a lot. Ooh wee, ooh la la. There is a lot of messages here for you. So what do they tell their friends about you? I feel like they tell a lot. And I feel like they also regret what they've said, because I feel like now they might look back and think, did you really have my back? Did you really have my back? Because the advice that they may have received is opposite to what they really wanted to hear. But then because they weren't also trusting themselves, it led them to a path of destruction with the tower. Their captivating eyes hold a mystery that makes me want to unravel their every secret. Ooh la la. There's a lot of messages here. So before we come to a close, let's have a look at these stickers. Let's see what wants to come out from these stickers and some additional clues to help you know who this person is. So for the collective who chose Pawang, just before we end the read, can we have some additional clues to help the collective know who this could be from these stickers, please? Let's have a look. Thank you. All right. So there's a lot of strong sexual energy here. As we can see, already a lot of strong sexual energy here. It can also be that this person has a very drive. They can be very impulsive. Okay. Now this is also the stickers missing, but it's the same imagery here. So again, I feel like it could be very telling of the impulsive energy. Now, if we're looking into the chakras, it could also be again perhaps they're in their inner child and their younger selves. There may have been some instability, perhaps also some kind of, especially where we've got codependency. Okay, and that could have also impacted how they deal with relationships. And again, I feel like it's a time for them to, work on their sense of self-love and their sense of security. Okay, we have heart. So this person can have a big heart. Okay, they can be very caring. It's also the color of the blue, which represents the throat chakra. Okay, and so I feel like perhaps this is again where they need to trust how they feel and say how they feel, okay? And communicate that also. Look, we've got a lot of strong kind of sexual impulsive energy. And I feel like there's a heavy root chakra going on here, okay? Now we have, like, this person could also be the life of the party, okay? They could also like enjoy like going out. They could be very outgoing. I feel like they can also have this energy of always wanting to fight the underdog because maybe they've also felt like the underdog as well, okay? Or how they could also have some kind of job or profession where there is some kind of like an activist role, okay? Now we have here, we've got healthy eating and dancing. So again, they might like to keep themselves fit. They could be some kind of like a foodie or enjoy trying different foods, or again, part of their going out and trying new things. Again, we did have, look, you know, the Seven of Cups being here. So it could also play into that energy of, you know, trying different things. Okay. Now let's have a look and see. Again, we've got fitness as well. So fitness, dancing, moving. Now I feel like this can also represent the energy though of the Seven of Cups again, with the sense of learning to be still. Learning to be still, because the importance, if you learn to be still, then you can learn to be more secure in your own sense of self. You can learn to be more secure in your own intuition, your own use of discernment. And that takes especially with the tower being here, okay, I hope you can see the tower. Let's pull it out. That takes you being secure in your thoughts, even if you get advice from others, but then it's like asking yourself, like, or saying, even it could be like spirit, guardian angels, give me a sign, give me a synchronicity or something to let me know that I'm making this right decision, or why am I constantly feeling this way? And it could be like a particular person, a particular thing, and that it could be also your intuition is communicate. Your intuition is communicating with you. It's just that we can either choose to ignore it, but then the more we choose to ignore it, this is when the tower tends to pop up. Okay. And I feel like this person just needs to become more secure in their own thought process, more secure in how they feel, and not to be swayed by others, and also to learn their use and to trust their use of discernment, okay? because sometimes again, someone can try and give you advice or have but then it's also understanding what's there. Do they have true intentions for you? Okay. Now we have purple, so I feel like the purple, okay, could also represent the sticker's missing, but it can represent that energy of their crown chakra, their third eye. Okay, really taking that, like having to connect with this energy. Okay, as we said earlier, about being still. Okay, but I feel like, what do they tell their friends about you? They tell a lot, and I feel like there's a strong energy of regret on the actions, how they've, what they've done. But I feel like they're also recognizing that what they tell their friends about you, that they have to be mindful that perhaps when they're having these conversations with friends, that the conversations may not always be in their best interests. Okay, so to the collective who chose pile one, I hope the messages are resonating. And you know what we like to do around here, and wherever you go to watch tarot, take what resonates and leave. We have to say it with power. Leave the rest. I saw it go. I saw it go. I saw it go. This is Jamaican power, and it just means this is how it goes around here. So be sure to look good, feel good, keep sipping, okay? Click on that notification bell, like and subscribe so you don't miss a beat round here. Tell a friend, and I'll see you on the next one. Wagwan. Wagwan people, Wagwan G-Sippers, Wagwan with generals. So we have pile two, okay? So I hope you've got your snacks, your juice, your cup of tea, or your beverage ready as we gather the juicy, okay, intuitive gems, okay? And do have a look at all of the tarot readings, pick a card readings, all sign readings available at Wagwan Tarot and Tea, as well as the previous pick a card readings as part of the Summer of Love series, okay? So today we are looking at the question, what do they tell their friends about you, as part of the dating show that we are loosely theming this on, which is a date with my ex. Okay, a date with my ex. So we're gonna just see what wants to come out, what messages wants to come out, as well as what message the Jamaican proverb wants to tell us also. So let's get into it. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Click on that notification bell so you don't miss a beat, and send us a little comment. Let us know what even if it's just a little hello or anything like that. Really love to engage with your comments and your messages. So big up to you all. All right, let's get into it. Let's see one. Okay. So we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So seeing the Four of Swords in reverse, I feel like I feel like someone here is like getting this energy of like they know that they need to fall on the sword. It's almost like they know that they need to come and take that step forward. They know that they have to take ownership. Okay? So we're gonna see what else is here. So we got the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So that's like messages coming through. So I feel like this could be, this could be like a distance, a separation. Perhaps there's not much engagement going on, but this person wants that, but knows that they need to take the first hurdle, take the first leap, for this to happen, for messages to flow, okay, or some kind of engagement to take place. Because we've got the Hierophant for here. So I feel like this person wants to come with a serious offer. Okay, perhaps they have like marriage on their mind. They may even want to come forward and say that they're doing something, because the Hierophant can represent that energy of a teacher or some kind of like um like a embody in like an embodiment of some kind of legislature, like um where you learn, where you can be guided in some way. Okay, I hope that's making sense. Okay, but in terms of as we're looking at love, okay, I feel like it could be like learning, taking the teachings, maybe, seeking counseling, seeking support, seeking some ways of how they can then repair this, okay? Looking at, maybe even wanting to make that proposal offer about marriage and put that onto the table. But we have the judgment here, okay? And I feel like the judgment is going back to this energy of like, action has to take place, action has to happen. Like it can be nice to have, but not to say nice, it's lovely to have that, but then ultimately you've got to take that action. And I feel like this person could have been contemplating, sitting on it, sitting on it, sitting on it, sitting on the thought, sitting on the idea. And I feel like this is could be what they're telling their friends, that perhaps they have their own regrets that they didn't act sooner. I feel like this could have also been like they know what your intention was from the very get-go. They knew this is where you wanted to go. They may have had conversations as well and said this is what they wanted. But I feel like the judgment is saying that there has to be some kind of change to take place. If you say you want all these things, then you I'm getting the message, you got to act right. Now I feel like someone needs to hear that. You got to act right. You got to act right if you want this, okay? Like it's nice and all, and I keep getting this message, and I feel like someone needs to hear this. It's nice and all that you can say you want all these things, but where's the action? Where's the action? You got to move forward, because I feel like the judgment card is giving me the message. Here we go again, okay? And I feel like it kind of leads to this energy of like, well, what are you doing? What are you saying? What are you doing? What are you saying? Okay, and it's funny as well how it's on pile number two. Now, when we look at numerology, two can represent making choices, making decisions, and I feel like this person with a judgment has to make a decision. They've got to make a decision. And I feel like the decision is that energy of like acting right, thinking, going back to the teacher. Okay, the Hierophant is the fifth card, and again in numerology, number five can represent transformation, change. Are they willing to make that change? Are they willing to seek that guidance to then learn? If they haven't picked up or acquired the skills previously, are they willing to do that now? Are they willing to act right? Okay, or act in the way that needed to then get to this energy? Okay, this is what the judgment is telling us. Okay. Now, I feel like because we don't have any cups yet. We don't have any cups. So we do have like the Scorpio energy here with the Judgment card. We've got the Hierophant, so that giving us that strong like Taurus energy. Okay, so it could, and we have the wands, which is the fire energy, and we have the swords, which is the air energy. So we do have some waterish, like where we have water energy through the judgment card here, but I feel like essentially it's kind of, I'm still getting the energy of their behavior. Things have to change, okay, for it to then mirror that you both want the same things. I'm hoping that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna have a look now at the Jamaican proverb and see what the Jamaican proverb wants to tell us. Let's have a look with the Jamaican proverb. Ooh, okay, that was quick. All right, so we have book learning are not intelligence. Okay, so book learning is not intelligence. Okay, this is just all it just means, and it just means that book learning is one form of intelligence, but it's not the whole. like umbrella of intelligence. There's several different types of intelligence, okay? Different types of intelligence. It can be like like music. Someone could be very musically like inclined. Someone can be academically inclined. Someone can be like has the ability to be very socially can gather information, and they can be very intelligent in that way. You know, people have different skills, like as well as different learning styles. Some people can be kinesthetic, where they get up and move, and they can learn that way. And look at this. Oi, 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 oi. As we said with the teacher, look what's come up, intelligence. And we was just talking about how the Hierophant can represent that energy of kind of being like the guide, kind of like the overseer of like teachings, learning, structure, kind of doing it a particular way, you know, eh, having like maybe a set like a routine or some kind of like embodiment. We can also look at like maybe, let's say, like a governmental or some kind of like organization that overlooks a particular thing to make sure that it's all kind of being monitored and what does it say, monitored, and kind of things are going in that order. Okay, I hope that's making sense. But I feel like this is what this is trying to tell us, that perhaps this person may heavily relied on just one form of intelligence. Okay, maybe it could be what they've heard from others and just kind of just followed their life with that, and then realizing now they're coming up with the judgment. Okay, it's because they're meeting lots of learning blocks, but not recognizing it's because those learning blocks is they're relying on heavily. Like, I'm getting the message of what my mama used to say, what my dad used to say, but then with every generation there's always new learning. And I feel like this person needs to, it's like they have to take on this energy of recognizing that time changes. Now I feel like this could apply to some of you, but I feel like there's an energy that someone could be stuck, can be very stubborn, very, I'm getting old fashioned. Okay, what they know is what they know, and then choose not to broaden their horizon. Okay, so they may kind of like stay in this energy of ignorance is bliss. But we have this message here: be self-aware and learn from others and your environment. You can't get all of your learning from books. Okay, now I feel like this could also be in regards to a relationship. Perhaps this person's had this kind of attitude that once they once they've caught someone, then the idea, once they've got you, then it's like they don't need to do anymore. This is what I'm kind of getting, this energy. They don't need to, you know, bring life into the relationship and stay consistent in that energy. It's, if anything, it's like the honeymoon season's gone, and now after the honeymoon season, it's just kind of just it just goes into this energy. And I feel like this could be like they're sitting on this energy of this stubbornness, like, well, this is how I've always seen everybody do it, or they've seen, well, my mom, I'm getting like the message, well, my mom was okay with it, well, my dad was okay with that, like that's what I saw, that seems like, and I feel like they might have taken that as normality, and then it has found that in their own dating life, in their own love life, they've 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 found blockages now, because now it's like, look, that might have been acceptable or then in that generation, but not now. It's about really taking time to invest. And I feel like this is the energy that, it's like they kind of have to learn again. And it's in the sense of like opening themselves to be open to your thoughts, your feelings, okay? And I feel like this could be like there could have been like an intention that you both wanted the same things, but how you both looked towards getting it was completely different. Okay, so we're gonna have a look now and see what messages wants to come out from the Romance Oracle. So for the collective who chose pile two, regarding this person, okay, this person on your mind, and I feel like intuitively you know who this could be, okay, and I'm getting that this person, perhaps they could be like an earth sign. They could be, well, they could be any sign. They could be an earth sign, an air sign, a water sign, a fire sign. Okay, but we're going to have a look and see what messages wants to come out from this deck regarding what they tell their friends about you, or what's the current situation. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, what wants to come out for the collective who chose pile two? So we have true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. This is a romance for a lifetime. Okay, but we have pay attention to the red flags, and I feel like some of the red flags could be what we've just discussed earlier, is that the signs are cautioning you. Okay, the signs are cautioning you, and I feel like this could be, again, as you said earlier, that you could want the same things, but the way your outlook towards getting them is completely like it's going like this. Okay, rather than moving like in a smooth, like linear fashion, like if we look at the Eight of Wands. Okay, and I feel like that's why the Judgment is saying, in order for in order to overcome this, there has to make that decision, has to be made. That person has to be willing to come forward and at least say, and and be willing to work with you. Okay, so let's have a look and see what else wants to come out for the collective. Okay, yeah, so we have the message, love yourself first. Now, again, we are kind of looking around past love, previous love, because it is, again, around, loosely themed around the date with my ex. So I feel like this is kind of saying your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I feel like, you know what? I feel like there could have been a strong, stubborn energy here, but I feel like there could also be this energy with the judgment. The judgment card. Perhaps it could have been, maybe in the past, it could have been always like, maybe you have always been the one who's a bit more open-minded and a bit more like open to reason or trying new things, whereas perhaps this person may be like, no, this is how I'm doing it, this is how I know, this is how I know to do it, so this is how I'm going to do it. And I feel like it's kind of saying the message here is also like, you know what, the judgment is don't, not to back down from that, not to back, don't back, like don't keep bending backwards, you know. I'm getting, don't keep bending backwards from the rules. If you, this is what you, if you've got your intent and you want something for yourself, then also there has to be, I feel like this person has to also compromise by trying to also be as open as well. Okay, so we're gonna have a look now at, we're gonna use, let's, yeah, I'm drawn to use this one. Let's use this deck. So we've got this deck. Okay, so it's messages from the divine feminine. It's got messages of things they want to say. Okay, and we can also have a look and seeing what kind of things they have said to their friends. Okay, and it's also got some physical characteristics, hobbies, and interests. So let's have a look. So for the collective who chose pile two, let's have a look and see what they want to say, or what they've been telling others about you, what they've been telling their friends about you. Let's have a look. Let's see what wants to come out. Okay, so we have brown eyes. So some of you may have brown eyes. It could be something that they really admire. We have ambitious, driven. Okay, so we can see that with also with the Hierophant, it could be, you know, wanting to learn. It could be also wanting to make sure you're doing the things the right way, maybe becoming accredited or regulated in some way. Okay, we have imagine, and it, you know, actually now getting that, it's now making me think perhaps it could also be something to do with work, and perhaps their work life, there wasn't like there wasn't a healthy work life balance, and that could have also impacted the situation. Okay, so we have I imagine a future with you, with you, and it fills me with hope and excitement. So they imagine, but then again, look, as we got book learning is not no, it's not just one form of intelligence. Okay, so you can imagine it, but are you about it? Are you taking action towards it? And I feel like again, it's still saying look at the judgment. That's the message I'm getting. Still look at the judgment. You can imagine, but are you willing to do it? Are you willing to take that time? Okay. So there could also been maybe discussing again your features. So we've got full lips here. Okay. Ooh la la. Okay. Let's have a look and see what else wants to come out. Okay. This feels like it wants to come out. Right, so this one, which is interesting, this one did get, fell right through towards the candle, okay, um, on a previous read. But the message here is I value your opinions and insights more than you realize. So I feel like this person, you know, and I feel like this is why the Four of Swords is here. I feel like perhaps initially they don't like to appear like they they're always in agreement with you, but I feel like after maybe in their own quiet time, then that's when it starts to come and they're like, you know what, Jane was right. Yeah, we're gonna call you Jane, okay? We're gonna say, yeah, Jane was right. Jane was right. But I feel like it could be again. This is like a stubborn energy with the judgment that they have to overcome this, okay? And they need to let go of that because it's holding them back, okay? And I feel like this could be like, well, if you're saying this is what you want, then you've got to let go of this energy because look, this could be a true love. This could be a soulmate energy, but your actions is working against you. Okay. Have a look and see what else wants to come out. So we have this person could be an avid sports fan or of a specific team. Okay. Okay. Or that could be something that they do with their friends while they're speaking about you as well. We've got you make me feel alive in every way. So this could be things that they be sharing and telling others about you. You make me feel alive in every way. Oh la la. Oh, look at that. You see? Alluring scent. Oh. Oi, 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 oi. Hey, hey. So somewhat they definitely like I feel like they like the way you dress, the way you move, the way you groove, you know. There's definitely this energy there. Okay. Let us know as well. Put it in the comments down below if there's been any kind of comments about your scent or the perfume that you wear. We have passionate about volunteering and giving back. Passionate about volunteering and giving back. Now I feel like this could be the energy as well with the fire. We're gonna say the Hierophant. So number 5 as part of the major arcana. So passionate about volunteering and giving back. Okay. Let's see what else. I can't wait to see where our journey takes us. So our journey together takes us. So I feel like even if there's maybe a recent separation or maybe a break, or I feel like this person still is again with the Hierophant being there, they still hope that this can then lead to something long term, something fulfilling for the both of you. But it ultimately has to come to the both. It's gonna have to be that the both of you are willing to, make a decision. Again, look at that. It's also on pile number 2, which is all about making decisions. It's that duality of making decisions, making choices, seeking balance. Okay, taking action. And if we look at the Eight of Wands, okay, when we reduce it down, when we divide it, it still goes back to 2. Okay, still goes back to 2. But but at the message here, is to pay attention. Okay, when we're seeing those red flags going, eh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, we've got to pay attention, okay, and stop overlooking or giving it the benefit of the doubt because this is why it's creating this. Look, we've got to make some choices now. We've got to make some decisions now, okay. I trust you more than anyone else. You've earned it. So I feel like even though they could be, talking to or telling others what's going on and the situations, I feel like even so, they still, they hold you in a high regard. They hold you in a high regard, even if they might not always be coming forward and telling you that. But I feel like they hold you in more of a high regard than even the some of their friends. And I feel like this is the energy of like they know that they have to fall on the sword with the energy of being that and I'm kind of getting the message of stop trying to act like this bravado, like you don't care, or you're not trying to acting like you're not. I feel like it's almost like trying to act like things don't really matter or things like that when it really does, because that again is playing into this judgment energy. If you want the energy of marriage and commitment, then you can't play and act like you don't really care about it. I hope that's making sense. Okay, so we have passionate about photography, and we have my heart skips a beat when I see you. When I see you, in fact, every time I see you, damn, you're fine. So yeah, they're playing with themselves. They're playing with themselves. They're playing with themselves. But look, they want communication to flow. They want action to take take place. But at the same time, they have to overcome. They have to overcome this and the judgment. Okay, now we've got this deck that's not fully completed yet. Okay, and it's looking at their romantic thoughts, late as well as late night thoughts. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. I was just about to say we're just gonna have a look and see what wants to come out, and it we have they have this way of glancing at me that sends a rush of butterflies through my stomach. Oh my. Oh my, look, I feel like this is the energy of the A1s, that fiery, passionate energy. Perhaps I feel like you both could be very passionate about what you believe in. Again, this driven by ambition, okay? But at the same time, it's like what I'm getting is like they just need to admit how much they're into you. And I feel like this is where the problem lies. Okay, let's have a look and see what else wants to come out. Okay, so we have their laughter echoes in my mind. I long to hear it again in the quiet of the night. Now, this came out for Power 1 as well. Okay, let's have a look and see what else wants to come out. So, this deck is 25% done. But already we can see a lot of messages wants to come out. So we have the way they move when they dance is like poetry in motion. I love to see it. Oh la la. They love to see it. They love to see it. Their playfulness and flirtations charm always leaves me wanting to play along. Look, this, like I said, all I'm getting from this message, the messages here, is this person is playing with themselves because it's like they know they are attracted, they know, but it's almost like they have to overcome their own stubbornness that is holding them back. Perhaps they've got so used to this idea again with the book learning is not just one, like not one form of intelligence, of again thinking, oh well, if I just do all these kind of things, court somebody and in the process, then that's one of and take that time to maybe gather as much as I can about what they like, their interests, but then it's not consistent. And especially if you've got like busy workloads and busy work life, and everyone's trying to be ambitious, like and ambitious driven, this can then interplay now because then they're now heavily relying on that as their go-to rather than saying, right, I can't just rely on this anymore. I've got to take that in, making sure that I invest time and my energy to get to know Jane on a deeper level, a deeper like spiritually, emotionally, socially, intimately. Like it has. This is the I feel like this is what the judgment is, and I feel like this is kind of saying, look, again, trust your intuition, use your discernment. If they're not giving you that, you have to love yourself first and put yourself first because you can't just constantly be waiting on this person to, again, the message I keep getting is to act right. You can't, this is where I feel like it's why the pay attention to the red flags are here because it's saying, look, you've got to put yourself first. You have to put yourself first. So, last but not least, we're going to end this read with some stickers just to see what type of messages wants to come out for the collective who chose pile 2 to help describe who this person is, okay? So let's have a look and see what wants to come out for the collective. Okay, ooh, okay, some fell on my lap, so let's have a look what else wants to come out. Thank you. Okay, right, so we have so we have a lot of fire energy, a lot of fire energy, a lot of passionate energy, and I feel like this could also be like rubbing together with the earth energy, creating fire, stubbornness. Okay, I feel like there's also a lot of strong sexual attraction going on here. We have food. Okay, so this person could enjoy food. They could be a foodie. They could enjoy trying new things, or they could like enjoy cooking. That could have been something that they may have done in the past. Okay, we also have, look at this, we have money. The energy of money could also be the ambition driven. Again, look, there's a lot of ambition, passionate, driven energy here. Okay, we have the gifts energy, so this can also represent this energy of like maybe their acts of service. They may give lots of acts of like service or gifts as a way of showing their love language. I feel like again this goes back into that message that we had earlier about their courting and how they may court, how they may like show their interest. Perhaps it may not always be consistent, or they may rely heavily on this as a way to quake for time. Okay, I feel like this is someone needs to hear that. Okay, now we have this sticker. So this I feel like this is the message that you may know who this person is, and it's next to a food one. So perhaps there could be someone who enjoys food. It could be something you've even talked about food, or had like tried new things, or going to different restaurants. But I feel like this message, like intuitively, you know who this person is. Okay, let us know and put it in the comments again, because look at this, we've got this message again. But I feel like it's also the sitting, waiting, watching is also that judgment energy. Things, the message that I'm getting is not nagwan, which means is Jamaican patois, which is nothing is going on. Okay, not nagwan if no one makes a move. Okay, so nothing is going to go on if no one makes a move. Someone has to take action. Okay, someone has to take action, and I feel like this is what there's been a lot of this energy going on. Okay, we've got food again, so I feel like there's someone has, there could be a very much a strong passionate energy. Now I feel like there could be a Taurus. I feel like this is a message that there could be some strong Taurus energy with food. Okay, enjoying food. But again, this person could be any sign. There could be a fire sign, water sign, earth sign, because we have all the signs here. Okay, right. And we have family orientated, so they could have talked about family in the past, or they could come from a I'm getting the word interesting family. Okay, perhaps they could all kind of be very ambitious driven and very competitive as well. And I feel like it could also be like this person may have talked about family and wanting that, but again, it's about taking action, okay? Coming out of their way to really say what it is they want, okay? But again, trust in your intuition and use your discernment every time. But I feel like what this person is telling, it's like they're sharing how much they admire and what they love. But again, they're also stuck in their own way of like, well, okay, you need to then, if this is how you feel, then you need to make a move. You need to make a move. So there's an energy of kind of sitting still and watching and contemplating and then going, oh no, maybe not. Oh, maybe I should, maybe not. And I feel like this ultimately they know that they need to come and take the lead. So, to the collective who chose pile 2, I hope the messages are resonating. And you know what we like to do around here? Take what resonate and leave the rest. I saw it go. I saw it go. This is Jamaican patois, and it simply means this is how it goes around here. Take what resonate and leave the rest. But be sure to look good, feel good, stay blessed, keep sipping, okay? And I'll see you on the next one. Wagwan. Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, Wagwan me generals. So we have pile 3, okay, and we are looking into the question, which is loosely themed around a dating show called A Date with My Ex. Okay, we are looking at the question, what do they tell my friends about me? Okay, so I hope you have some like snacks and beverage or cup of tea or juice as we gather these juicy, intuitive messages, intuitive gems. Yes, darling. Yes, honey. And do have a look at all of the other pick a card readings, tarot readings, okay, available at Wagwan Tarot and Tea, okay, as well as the Summer of Love pick a card readings that are available on the live tab. So let's get into it. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to Wagwan Tarot and Tea. Come and join the Love and Light family. Click on that notification bell and send us a comment to, just even if it's just as hello. Love to engage with all your messages. All right, let's see Wagwan. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords. What are they telling their friends about you? Okay, from seeing this card, I'm already getting this message of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. When really, if they kind of just take that time to just say, well, you do know what you need to do. I feel like it's just this kind of torn to should I trust my intuition on this one? Because look what we've got next to it. We've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is like seizing yourself up, holding yourself, trying to keep everything together to look like, yeah, I'm fine, I've got this, yeah, I'm fine. No, I don't need any help. And I feel like this is the energy. Like it's trying to kind of, in a way, it's kind of like not letting anything come in, not letting anything go out, okay? It's this energy here, okay? And I feel like it's also not really trusting their intuition on this, and as well as not being comfortable with their feelings on this, and it's creating this energy of being caught up in it, okay? Because look, it's also with the Four of Wands being in reverse, it's like, well, you want this, you want to patch things up, so what are you going to do about it? Now this seems to be an ongoing theme throughout the like all of the reads so far, okay? Because look what's here. This is what they want, the Ten of Cups. This is what they want, the Ten of Cups. However, with the Three of Wands in the reverse, the message I'm getting, not Naguan, not Naguan. This simply means nothing is going on. Okay, it's just Jamaican patois. Okay, and it just means nothing is going on. Nothing's going on because there's no action. Like if there is any action, it's very limited. And I feel like it's very limited based because it's kind of based around this. Like I feel like this person could be telling their what they're telling their friends is that they want to. However, there is like a an apprehension or a fear of like what if they've moved on, and I feel like they're trying. It could be also trying to maybe suss as much like where you are, where things been left. Like if you've seen somebody, if I feel like they're so caught up in trying to do that or bury themselves in their work and use that as a way to kind of like, well, I'm occupied. If I occupy myself as much as possible, then I'm not going to keep thinking about Jane. So we're going to call you Jane, okay? Then we're not thinking about Jane anymore. And I feel like that's where they're stuck, okay? They're stuck in this energy of saying, well, but this is what I want. I want the Four of Wands, okay? And I want the Ten of Cups. I want a reunion. I want to patch things up. But at the same time, if you're not letting anything come in and you're not letting anything go out, nothing, nah, guan, okay? Let's say it together. Nothing, nah, guan, okay? Nothing is going on. Okay, and I feel like this is a message for all of us. Okay, whatever it is what we want in life, if we want to manifest, whether it's love, whether it's money, career, we can have the ambition. Yes, we can have the dreams. We can have we could be daydreaming. We could be visualizing it all day long. It also is a process of taking action towards it, regardless of, what the result is, but trusting the process, trusting that, letting the universe see that you're willing to go and do something, even if that result doesn't maybe, initially work in your favor, but you are rolling those cogs for things to flow, to come towards you now, because you're allowing yourself to be open and to embrace it fully. Okay, letting go of this energy of being caught up in should I, oh, I don't know, am I good enough, questioning yourself till that becomes into an overwhelming energy that takes over all of you. Look at that, it takes all of over you because it starts making you, lose yourself. You might not, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to go, it can get into a very depressive state, as well as with the Four of Pentacles as well. Okay, so I feel like, you know action needs to take place. And I feel like this could be also what their friends is telling them as well, saying, well, if you want something to happen, what are you going to do about it? Like, I feel like this is what I keep getting. What are you going to do about it? And I feel like this is when they kind of like close up now and be like, well, they're like, well, stop telling us. I feel like it's also, I'm getting like a frustration from some of their friends. Is like, well, stop telling us. Stop telling us if you ain't gonna do about it. Every day you come with the same old chat, the same old conversation, but you ain't doing anything. So what do if you're not even willing, then why should Jane then, keep trying and looking out? No, you've got to make that decision now and stop holding on to pride or. So let's have a look and see what the Jamaican proverb wants to tell us now as an additional clue to what's going on in this reading for the collective who chose pile 3. Okay, what's going on? So what does the collective need to know regarding this situation? Okay, what do they tell their friends about you? Okay, what do we need? What do the collective need to know? Okay. Okay. Ooh. So this book learning came out for pile 2. So I feel like all of these reads, you can gather all of the intuitive juicy gems in all of them. Okay, because we've got book learning and not intelligence. And this simply means that you can't get all of your learning or from just books and academia, because there's different types of intelligence. There's different types. So it could be music, it can be creative, artistic, okay, artificial. Like there's different types of intelligence, okay. Um, look, we have the message here. Be self-aware, learn from others and your environment. You can't get all of your learning from books. Now, I feel like this is heavily this energy as well with the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. It's this energy of like you have to come out of this, you have to come out of this energy, okay? Because the eight, in numerology can represent action. The four can represent like security, stability. Think of the emperor, okay, being the fourth major arcana, okay? So it's this energy of like, well, again, we're gonna say it together. Nothing, nah, guan. Nothing is going on if you ain't gonna take no action. If you ain't gonna do anything, you're gonna just stay up in this energy and of maybe relying on what they see on social media, what they hear from others. Okay, if you've got like mutual connections, mutual friends, like nothing's gonna happen. Okay, and we have here as well. Look, today for me, tomorrow for you. Today for me, tomorrow for you. So, essentially, life has ups and downs and cycles. So use this time to show gratitude and reflect. And I feel like this is, maybe it could be as well what they're hearing from others to say, well, look, you know, with the three of wands being here, nothing, nah, go on. Like if nothing's gonna happen if you're not willing to go and take action, Look, you have three wands. So you have a lot of energy now to take that and carry it and then say, right, look, use that to help give you that confidence to say, look, Jane, I'm sorry, I want to come forward and say, be accountable on my part and just let you know how I feel. But nothing's going to happen if no action is going on. You're just watching from the background and just not giving anything away and not being open to anything either. Like, again, if we want to bring anything into our life, it's gonna, it takes some level of action. Yes, it's important to have an idea and like focus. Then it's the idea of like, right, I'm gonna take action, then I'm gonna trust and I'm gonna leave it to the universe to to do the work because I've done my bit now and I've detached myself now to the trust. But if we see here, there's no detachment here. It's holding on, and it could be like maybe this person, is there could be like a really strong, stubborn energy going on here. Okay, really strong, stubborn energy. Um, and I feel like it could also be like an energy of like someone holds on to grudges a lot. Okay, or well, you did this, you did that. Okay, and I feel like yes, but we can take accountability now and just be honest and say, how we feel. Because then you want this, but you're not doing anything to then work towards it. Okay? So I feel like there's a strong message here of you've got to be open. You've got to be open, or we're gonna say it again because it keeps coming back and back and back. Nothing, nah, go on. Nothing is gonna happen. Nothing is going to go on if there is no action. So we're gonna have a look at the Jamaican proverbs. Let's see what wants to come out from the sorry, not the Jamaican proverbs, the romantic oracle deck. Let's see what wants to come out for the collective who chose pile three. Okay, what did they tell their friends about you? But what's also, can you give us some additional clues on what's going on here? Could we get the strong message of nothing naguan, which simply means nothing is going on, nothing is happening. So let's have a look and see why we keep getting this message heavily here. Okay, let's have a look for the collective. Okay, shuffle, baby. All right. Okay. All right. So we have. So we have religious factors. Now I feel like the religious factors is also can be telling on intuitively where you both lie, spiritually where you both lie, and as well as the growth. where you both lie in your own personal development and growth, okay? And there is a factor here, and I feel like again it's very telling of that energy of growth can't take place if you're not open to it, okay? Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay. Now there could also be maybe religious factors, but I feel like what I'm getting here is more a strong energy of being open to learning, being open to other points of views and perspectives. Okay, because I feel like that this is the strong energy here, that there is kind of like a energy of perspective and oversight. Okay, so let's have a look and see what else wants to come out for the collective. Okay, what else wants to come out for the collective? Okay, let's have a look. Something wants to come out. Yes, worth waiting for. So divine timing is at work in your love life. Divine timing is at work. So I feel like the divine timing is also is the energy of is waiting for you. Is waiting for you to be open. Is waiting for you, you know, because then it's like, well, if you show me that you're ready and you're willing to take the work, you're willing to trust, you're willing to detach yourself, because it's like heavily holding on to things here, then you're giving that energy that you're not ready. And you know, even that sometimes we can want something so bad, we want something so bad, but we're not willing to let go of it and trust it. It's like holding onto a wheel, you know, and being like, or like, think of like a child who has the remote and they love watching their shows, but they're clinging on that remote control so badly. Okay, like the Four of Pentacles, because it's that fear of like, oh no, but you're gonna change the channel, and I ain't gonna be able to watch anything I want that I want to watch anymore. So it's like that holding on for dear life, and that holding on is letting the universe also know, okay, well I'm gonna wait for you until you're ready. Okay. And going back to what we said earlier about when it comes to, you know, we can manifest different things in our life, but if we ain't done that work, that inner work to get comfortable and be at ease with our own selves, then we can hold back and even sometimes, unfortunately, make us, it can lead to a self-sabotaging energy where we're not going for the things that we truly want, that they can then leave from us because we're not in a place where we're ready to obtain them. Okay, I hope that's making sense for the collective. All right, so let's have a look and see what else. This one seems very grown, okay? So I feel this can apply to different age groups, but I feel like there's an energy of here, like someone just needs to take on, just be more comfortable with, like, you know, the process of as you grow and you get older, you know, we're gonna get more mature with different things and being more comfortable with that. And I feel like that is something that they just need to be comfortable with, okay? So let's have a look and see what else wants to come out. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, I feel like this wants to come out. You deserve love. You deserve love. You deserve love. You are lovable. So I feel like this person is becoming more comfortable with that and know that, and I feel like they want that for themselves as well as wanting that for you. And I feel like that could be what they're telling others, but they have to overcome this energy of feeling like not being, I feel like it's more like not being at ease with how they truly feel and what they truly want for themselves, which could be really holding them back at this time. But I feel like I'm getting the message that there's also a frustration from their friends, kind of saying like, well, look, this is what you want. Why you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back. Now I'm drawn to pull out the self-love, sorry, the self-care cards, oracle cards. Let's have a look and see what wants to come out for this person. Okay. what kind of things should they be doing? What kind of activities should they be doing to help them uplift themselves away from this Eight of Swords energy and the Four of Pentacles energy? Okay. As well, it gives you a nice inkling as well to see what kind of stuff they need to do, because there is a kind of a mood, like they're not in alignment with you when it comes to, I feel like it's also spiritually aligned with you and where you want to be in life. Okay. And I feel like it could also be that maybe it's not that they are not there, it's because they're blocking themselves from being there. Okay. Okay. Ooh la la, look. Massage. So perhaps with massage, I feel like the massage could be really kind of connecting with their body, because look at that. We have this the Four of Pentacles again. They're not at peace there, because it's this energy of like holding on to things tightly, maybe being very like watching over things. Could be money, everything. Okay, and it's bringing a lot of stress onto the body. Okay, and if we add the numbers together, 34, 7, it's like a lot of contemplation energy. They need to let go of it. They need to let go of this stress, because it's causing a lot of stress to them. Okay. And I feel like that their stress is also, I'm not sure if that's the word, but the word wants to come and say emanating. It's kind of like going to their friends. And I feel like their friends and who they tell is also kind of getting frustrated by the fact that of their no action, but they're just kind of like venting but not taking action. Okay. And I feel like it could also be in like their friends maybe even saying, well, you want this, you want to work on this, why don't you do this then? And it's still like, oh, but no, but then it's like, well, I'm kind of getting the message of like, okay, we'll come out my face there. This is what I'm getting with some of them, because it's like, okay, I'm fed up now. I'm tired of this now, because you're not doing anything, and you just venting, but you're not doing. Again, back to that message, nothing, nah, go on, nothing is going on. Okay, so we have here, look, they need to sync with the moon, and I feel like this is like being at peace with themselves. It also gives me the energy of the Eight of Swords that we saw earlier. You know, being at peace with their own intuition, being at peace with their own use of discernment, being peace with what they truly want and what they truly desire for themselves, letting go of holding onto their life, okay, because it's holding them back, and it's making the universe say, okay, well, you want this, but look at what's going on with it. Like, if we see the angels as well, it's like they're wrapped up. So it's like, well, we can't give you what you want either, because you're not ready. So the divine timing is currently at play. Okay, let's have a look and see what else is going on. I'm also getting like the message that this person keeps picking up the phone or looking at their phone, but then it's then like puts it back down. Okay, then we have, look, family. There's an energy of family, maybe connecting with family, doing maybe some healing. It could be also maybe some previous family issues. Could be some issues around their root chakra, some blockages there that has gonna cause that kind of apprehensive energy, or like holding tightly onto things for the fear of losing it. Okay, it could maybe because it could be some kind of like previous abandonment issues or things like that they may be going through. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so we have look for the fairies, look for fairies. So I feel like with the fairies and the energy of the 30, which is we got 3. There's expansion and growth, but I feel like the fairies is also telling me is looking for signs and synchronicities. Okay, this may help you to see if this person is really taking action. Perhaps you might even have conversations, or there might be someone who comes towards you and say, oh, how's everything, or have you heard from this person, or share that this person is doing this. And I feel like those little signs and synchronicities will help you to know if this person is really serious about taking action. Okay, not even just for towards you, but also for them to kind of let go and release and work on the things that they need to work on. Okay, so we're gonna look at this deck. It's not finished yet. It's 25% done, and it's got some messages on their late night thoughts. Oh, two of them wanted to come out already, but we're gonna just have a look and see what wants to come out. Okay, so we have the last time we spoke, I couldn't help but blush under loving gaze, under your loving gaze, knowing our connection is something truly special. Okay. Oi, 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 oi. Their captivating eyes hold a mystery that makes me want to unravel their every secret. Ooh la la. Okay. So, yes, they're definitely. I feel like this as well, unravel their every secret, is also them wanting to kind of unravel themselves as well. Okay, and stop holding on tightly onto things. Right. I find myself daydreaming about the way their fingers delicately trace patterns on my back. Now, this came out as well earlier. I can't remember if it was pile one or pile two, but it came out earlier. Okay, right. Any more late night thoughts or messages? Woo! Okay, thank you. So we have here the last time that so there's a strong energy of, and I feel like this goes back to them holding on to things. There's a strong energy on remembering what it was like the last time you were together, the last time you spoke. So I feel like there could be something very significant, and this can also help you to know who this person is. Okay, the last time I saw them, saw their smile, it was as if the world was suddenly a brighter place. Okay, so they have a lot of strong feelings there. Their scent lingers in my senses, reminding me of the intoxicating pull of their presence. So they're really drawn on your energy. They still remember your lingering scent. You know, this person, again, I feel like this is what's going on because this person's holding so tightly. They're not opening up, but nothing is coming in either. So they're really, it's like they're still drawn to you, still caught up in, like they're still they're still thinking about you. And I feel like that's almost like what I'm getting is like they eat, sleep, breathe. And I feel like their friends are trying to be as supportive as much as they can, but I feel like they're also frustrated by the lack of action that they're taking towards healing or taking towards working on this. And I feel like this could also represent some kind of spiritual like not feeling connected or with their own intuition and their use of discernment, okay, which I think could be impacting this. So we're going to have a look at, I'm going to look at this deck now, just as an additional messages, just to see what wants to come out. Okay, we've got messages from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Okay, so that's looking at their higher self and what their higher self may want to tell you and things that they just want to say in general, as well as maybe characteristics or hobbies and interests. Okay, so let's have a look for the collective. Let's see what wants to come out for this person. Okay, and I feel like it's also to help you to know who this person is. I'm drawn to your kindness and compassion. I am drawn to your kindness and your compassion. Okay, let's have a look. Foodie lover. So this person could be a foodie lover. They enjoy eating. They enjoy trying different foods. Okay, exploring different maybe restaurants and trying different things. This could have been something they've done with you as well, or had like conversations. Okay, let's have a look and see what else. Ooh, okay. I do. Right. So look, here we're getting somewhere now. As we were saying, not in Arguan. Now, as we explore and explore, we start to see where the deep rooted issues are. I do wonder if I'm good enough for you. I do wonder if I'm good enough for you. So they have some deep kind of like rooted kind of thoughts, and I feel like it's those fears and worries about maybe if they are good enough, and that could be also that energy why they could be self-sabotaging, Okay, wanting something, but then at the same time is working against themselves. Okay, and it's sending the message to the universe to say, well, you're not ready, so we'll hold back on giving you this because you're giving us mixed messages. And as you're giving us mixed messages, we want to make sure that we are delivering what it is you truly want. Okay, your energy alone brings me a sense of calm and comfort. Your energy alone brings me a sense of calm and comfort. Because look, we have massage here. Like, see, we know that there's, what they're doing is creating a lot of stress. They're creating a lot of stress. Animal lover, pet owner. So they may be an lover for some of you, or a pet owner. Okay, or they could have liked to have, may have talked about a pet or having a pet or a family pet. Okay. I feel like this person could also maybe have a really good relationship with animals. Perhaps the animals also helps them to become more at ease. Okay. We have well-groomed beards. So some of you, this person may have a well-groomed beard, or they like to look the part. Okay, and it could be for like work and things like that. Okay, we have, you have a unique ability to make my problems disappear with a single glance. Okay, and I feel like this is what they're telling others. They're really like, communicating all these messages. Woo! Okay, we have passionate about photography. So I feel like, woo, I feel like the passionate could be of photography, could be a hobby or an interest. I think it's this message did come out for a previous pile. So do you have a look? I feel like all the messages are, you can gather all the intuitive gems, okay, from all the piles. But I feel like this could also be looking back at your memories, or again, is that like wishing and wanting. Okay. Right, let's see what else. There's any messages from the divine masculine. We have, I've never met anyone as fascinating and as intriguing as you. Then we have fashion forward, trendy. So that this person could really like to look the part. Your voice is like a beautiful melody that lingers in my mind. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh, one fell on the floor. 1 second. There's a lot of energy here. A lot of energy here. So we have dimples. So someone has dimples. It could be when they may appear when they smile or when they're talking. Okay, it could be something that they like about you. We have, I find myself, look, yes, look, I find myself thinking about you when doing everyday tasks. Yes, so again, this person, they're still drawn. I get nervous around you because my feelings are real. So they're really coming through. Is there any messages from the divine masculine to the divine feminine, their higher self? What does the higher self, the divine masculine, want to say to the divine feminine? Expressive eyebrows. We've got expressive eyebrows. So I feel like this could be maybe for somebody, maybe when they talk, they could like either it could be like a playful thing that they do. Okay. We have skilled musician, a music lover with a diverse taste. Now this intuitive fingers pulling at something. We have a dazzling smile. And we have your beauty, both inside and out, captivates me endlessly. So, last but not least, we are going to leave this message with a tarot. Okay, and we're just as a lasting message, can we have a tarot card, please, to kind of show their true intentions and what they want to happen with you? Okay, what do they want? They want to come out of this energy. They really want to come, like the hermit can represent the energy of like going into your inner self Okay, but I feel like they want to do that inner work, but ultimately they also want to come out of this energy of being feeling stuck. Okay, let's have a look and see what's significant at the front, at the back of the deck. Look at this. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Coins. You know, action again. If we'll be saying the cogs, getting the cogs working to take action, because again, not Naguan, but nothing won't happen, okay, or nothing will can take place if there's no work. So working together, okay. And we have the Ten of Wands because look, they're feeling the burden, and I feel like this person ultimately wants, wants this to work, okay. I feel intuitively drawn to pull from the middle. Look, we've seen a lot of freeze. So you might be seeing freeze. That could be the sign from the, like, as we saw the fairies um card, action to take place. Look at that, the Nine of Cups, to be secure in yourselves. I feel like to have this weight shifted, to feel lighter in their decision making, taking action, expanding, growth. Think of the Empress energy. Okay, then I feel like there could be some kind of deep rooted, maybe um inner child energy there. Okay, but they need to kind of, through growth, through expansion, through not feeling apprehensive or fearful of growing, learning, and being open to trying new things and embracing new things, as well as embracing what they truly want and not going to this self sabotaging habit. I feel like it can really help them to get what it is that they truly want. Okay, so, I'm gonna pull out one more message just for the collective to see what kind of stickers wants to come out, just to help to describe who this person is. Right. So we have gifts. So this person could be maybe enjoys like receiving gifts. They could enjoy like giving gifts. That could be their way that they show their love to others as well. We have this message here, so they can be very vocal, maybe defending the underdog. Okay, because maybe perhaps they could have felt like that in the past. Okay, they can maybe be vocal on particular things like their hobbies and interests, but when it comes to their own feelings, that could be something they're just not really good at. But for others, if it's to like advocate for others or defend others, they're very good at doing that. Okay, and it can also maybe represent that energy of venting their frustrations. Okay, we also have intuitively, I feel like this is message here because we got it twice. You know who this person is. Put it in the comments down below. Let us know who this person is and what's been going on for you. Okay, so for the collective who chose pile 3, okay, I hope the messages are resonating. And you know what we like to do around here? Take what resonates and leave the rest. I saw it go. Okay, this simply means, I saw it go, just simply means this is how it goes around here. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. But be sure to look good, feel good, stay blessed. Okay, keep sipping. Okay, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Click on that notification bell so you don't miss a beat. And we see you for the next Summer of Love pick a card readings, and do have a look, okay, for the weekly pick a card tarot reading, all signs collective tarot, available on the video tab, okay, at Wagwan Tarot and Tea. Big up yourselves and one love. Wagwan.